Hey girlies, it's Tammy. I'm back at you with a new video today, and today we are testing Primark makeup. So I went to Primark along with my best friend Carmi. We did some shopping, and while we was in there, we wasn't really looking for makeup, but then we came across the makeup section and was like, testing Primark makeup video. So yeah, we just decided to collab on a testing Primark video. So his video will be linked down below, and I will also make it pop up at the end of this video. So definitely check him out once you're done. We made sure to kind of pick up a variety of products. We're not testing the same products. Like, he has a different foundation, he has a highlight and contour palette, he has a different eyeshadow palette, tons of different stuff from me. So definitely check his video out if you would like to see other Primark items being tested. But anyways, this is my testing video, and this is the look I came up with. I think you guys can see the shade difference, but we'll get into that in the video. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. Okay guys, so I think you can tell I've already color corrected. That's because I couldn't find a color corrector that I would like to use. There was an orange one, but it was a really bright orange one, and I really didn't want to use that. So I've just gone with what I usually use, which is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Cream Contour Kit, something along those lines, in medium dark. And now I'm gonna go in with foundation. So I picked up the PS Liquid Foundation in the shade Chestnut. This says it has medium coverage, semi-matte finish, oil-free formula, and this was £2.50. So this was the darkest shade available. I'm hoping it will work for me. It says Chestnut, so it should be dark. It is sealed, thank God. So always make sure your makeup is sealed when you're buying from Primark, guys, because people like to just open stuff. That's because they don't have testers. I was opening a couple things myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna squeeze this foundation straight onto my face. I don't know. Oof, the color might just work. I'm not quite sure how much to put, but I'm not expecting much for £2.50, so I'm putting quite a lot. Okay, ooh, the color is a tinsy bit too light for me, but hopefully we can make it work. But this is the darkest shade. Can you believe it, guys? Wow. It has a smell. It's fragrance, definitely like a perfume smell. It's not bad. I like the smell, but if you have sensitive skin, or maybe sensitive to smell, you might not like it, because I can smell a fragrance. Okay, so it's definitely medium coverage. If that is probably light to medium coverage, it's really not, you know, the best. The color is definitely not chestnut, it's more of a caramel, because wow. Okay, so that is how the foundation looks. I feel like I look very casket ready. Do I look pale? It kind of matches, kind of. It has like, I don't know, like a gray look to it. If you compare it to my chest, I'm very kind of yellow or warm toned. Has kind of like a grey look, but hey, we have to move on, eh? So I did pick up an eyebrow pencil, but I'm not quite sure what happened to it from Primark to here. Maybe she didn't check it out, because you know those big baskets, you can't find everything inside of it, but maybe she didn't check it out, or maybe I lost it on my way home, but there's no eyebrow pencil here. But I did have one. So I'm gonna have to do my eyebrows off camera quickly, and then I'll be back so we can continue the face. Okay, and I'm back. So now that the foundation has time to sit a tiny bit, it still looks a tiny bit grey, but I'm liking the finish a lot more. I definitely agree with the claims about it being a medium coverage, semi-matte finish. I just wish the color selection was a bit better. I mean, come on, I look a bit casket ready, a bit grey, and you know, and then this is the darkest shade. So work on that, Primark, but definitely good finish if you're after a medium demi-matte finish, so yeah. And then next I picked up the Instant Fix Concealer Crayon, which looks like this. It is £2, and it is the shade Warm Honey. So this is how it looks, like a little crayon, and then this is how it swatches. It's a pretty good color for highlighting. For me, I just hope, yeah, it's a pretty good color. It's not super creamy. It is dragging a tiny bit on my under eyes, but the coverage seems to be pretty good. I mean, it's not the most fun product to apply, but it looks like it's getting the job done, and the color looks really, really promising. So I'm gonna take a sponge and try blend it out. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna take the brush. Okay, yeah, it seems to be blending out, and I really like that it's not disappearing. It's definitely, the coverage is staying. I'm sure you could just blend this out with your finger as well. I'm being a bit extra with the sponge. But the finish is absolutely gorgeous. It's like kind of skin-like, very kind of demi-matte, semi-matte. It's not super matte, but it's not so dewy at all. It's a really nice finish. I like this concealer. So this may be the part where it all goes downhill. Powder. There was no real selection of powder. There was a translucent powder which me and Carmi were looking at, and when he swatched it on his hand, and he is light, when he swatched it on his hand it stayed white. It said translucent on the pan, on the box, sorry, but when he swatched it, it was white, like white. So I was like, okay, that's definitely gonna show up on me, so I'm not gonna chance it. Let me get a powder with a bit of color. So I looked at the powders and they literally had one color. It was the shade Warm Beige, and it looks like this. So I'm gonna try set my under eyes with it, but if the shade is off, and this is the color of it. Okay. I mean, it's not highlighting me. It's practically my skin tone. Yeah? No? I can't really tell. Hold on. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that powder and try bake. Okay, so when you push a lot of it on, it does come out a different color. So I'm just gonna quickly bronze and contour because I don't have any from Primark. They don't do any contours that are dark enough for me. So next I picked up eyeshadow. I picked up the PS Bronze Shadow and Shade palette, which looks like this. It is £4 and these are the shades inside. It does come with a plastic sheet with the names on it. You get 10 eyeshadows all together. They are absolutely gorgeous. They actually look really nice, so I hope they perform well on the eyes. So first I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is a matte brown, really close to my skin tone, and I'm gonna use it as a base all over the eye. Whoa, I can actually see that. Wow. Just for the sake of mentioning it, of course, it does not have a mirror. It is a £4 palette and you get 10 eyeshadows already. So, plus the packaging looks really, really luxurious. It does not look like a £4 eyeshadow palette. Yes, it is like cardboard, paper cardboard, but the metallic look to it, it definitely doesn't look £4. And look at this pigment. This is still that one color. And not being funny, but looking at the color, I honestly thought it wouldn't show up on me, but look how dark it's actually coming off on my eyes. Primark is actually surprising me right now. Okay, then next I'm gonna dip into the gray. I'm not sure. Okay, gray and a little bit of black, and I'm just gonna dab that on the, oh wow. And of course, back in with my previous brush, blending it out. And the color doesn't disappear when you blend it out. You can still see that there's a black there, even though I've blended it out. Like, I'm gonna use this gold here. Okay, so that is how the gold looks dry. I'm gonna try wet the brush a tiny bit to see if we can get even more pigment out of this. It definitely looks a tiny bit more shiny, but be careful, don't put too much eyeshadow because it's starting to look a bit textured on my eye. Sorry guys, my camera cut out, but for my inner corner, I put this one mixed with a dab of this one. So I'm just gonna give you quick swatches of the shades that I did not use. Okay, so here's 4 shades that I didn't use. I mean, they are quite good. Hold on. Okay, so the blue's not great, but it definitely comes out. Ooh. The shimmers are a lot better than the mattes, but they are really, really gorgeous eyeshadows for £4, guys. So next I'm gonna use mascara, and I picked up this mini Lash and Maxi Lash mascara. So it is a dual-ended mascara. You get 2 mascaras with this. One mini lash for the lower lashes and one maxi lash for the top lashes. Let's do my top lashes. I hope this mascara is good. Okay, so it's not super wet. It doesn't feel like a wet mascara, and it is gripping onto my lashes really, really well from the root. Oh my god, I hope you guys can see that difference. Wow, £2. So I hope you can see the difference. You probably can. It's amazing. They are so long now and they are so black and separated. Like, I love this mascara. I have never seen my lashes this long. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna do highlight then blush. So for highlight, I don't know if you guys have seen my like last video or a couple videos ago. Anyway, I did a highlight review on the Primark highlighters. One sec, let me grab them. So yeah, I did do a review on these two highlighters. This is the shade Champagne and this is the shade Rose Prosecco. They are £3. I will link that video down below in case you haven't seen it. So I decided to pick up something else from Primark in terms of highlight. I've seen this somewhere like on Instagram or something and I was like, I need it, but my local Primark didn't have it. So when I went Central with Carmi and I saw it, get it. It is the Bronze Highlight and Glow Palette. Now, £4 and you get 4 highlighters, huge, and this looks exactly like the Anastasia in terms of layout, not the actual shades, but in terms of layout and palette design, it looks exactly like the Anastasia one. So you have 2 lighter shades and then you have 2 deeper shades. I love this. It won't work for me, but I love the fact that they have it. We have Sunbeam, Siesta, Sundown and Pool Party. So let's give them a swatch. Oh, they feel so soft. Wow, right? Wow, like wow. That is the first icy one. Second icy kind of peachy one. This one definitely looks like it has a silver undertone. This one has a peach. Then we have the gold, and then we have the kind of, I don't even know what to call this, like a brownie, almost brownie khaki color. So first I'm gonna dip into Sundown and I'm so excited for this. This feels like such great quality, guys, and it's only £4 for the palette. It does have kickback when you're taking the product up, just so you're aware. Let's do this. Oh my god. Wow, I'm speechless. And that was one dip. Okay, so the other side, I'm gonna try take this one, just a dab of it because I'm scared. It's called Pool Party. Oh, it's a really unique color. It would pop a lot more on a deeper skin tone than mine, but by itself it's just a tad bit too dark, but I appreciate that they have it in there. So this is definitely a must. If you are in Primark and you see it, grab it. It's £4 and you can't go wrong with this. So gorgeous. And then I picked up a blush. So I picked up the £1.50 blusher in the shade Mascavado. Mascavado? Yeah. It's like a peach shade, basically. It was the darkest blush they have, so I thought it would work for me. Let's try it. It's like a peachy orange, which I quite like in my blushes. Very pigmented. This brush was clean before. Yes. Blends perfectly into my skin tone. Wow. So I picked up quite a few lipsticks, not just for the purpose of this video, because I want to wear, you know, I swatched them when I was in the shop and they swatched really nice, so I thought, oh, I could use these, you know, as an everyday thing. So I picked up the shade Cocoa, and this is a matte, velvet matte lip crayon. So I got 2 of these, one in the shade Cocoa and the other one in the shade Midnight, which is like a deep purple. So here we have the shade Cocoa. Look how pigmented they are. Velvet matte lip crayons. Then here is the shade Midnight. So then I picked up a PS lip pencil in the shade Toffee. So this is like a brown. I thought this would be perfect to go with my nudes every day when I need a darker lip liner to kind of darken the nudes. That is perfect. It's like a nice kind of warm brown color. So last but not least, I picked up 2 liquid lipsticks. I picked up the Kissproof liquid matte lipstick in the shade Coco in Love, Rose in Paris, which is more like a mauve shade. So I think today I'm going to use this one because ever since I swatched it in the store, I've been dying to use it. This is the Velvet Matte Lip Crayon in the shade Cocoa. So look how easy that glides on. You can even use it as a lip liner. I'm really glad they're expanding their line and I'm really enjoying what they're bringing out, especially the highlighters and eyeshadows and blushes. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.